Testing. Testing the mic. Hello. Testing. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. Mic. Testing.
Testing 7, 8, 9, 10,
Yeah.
12, 11, 12.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing.
My mic sounds nice. Check one. Check, check. Testing 1, 2. Testing. Testing 1, 2. This is Ivan's mic.
Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Test 1 2. Testing. Microphone. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Testing the microphone. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Doobie 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 doo bop bobbity ba. I've never been in love before. No, 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 no. I've never been in love before. I've never been in love before. No, 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 no. I've never been in love before.
Hello? Are they turning off?
alright. You can tell 'em I'll be there.
In the cool, cool, cool of
In the cool of the evening.
Tell 'em I'll be there.
I'll be there in the cool, cool, cool of the evening. Let her save a chair when the party's getting a glow on, and singing fills the air. In the shake of the night when the doing's alright, you can tell 'em I'll be there. In the shake of the night when the doing's alright, you can tell 'em I'll be there.
It's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. It isn't your sweet conversation that brings this sensation. Oh, it's just the nearness of you.
When you're in my arms and I feel you so close to me, all my wildest dreams come true.
I need no soft lights to enchant me, if you'll only grant me the
Grant me the
right
right to hold you ever so tight.
and to feel in the night the nearness of you.
Up a lazy river,
Up a lazy river,
up a lazy river,
up a lazy river.
up a lazy river, up a lazy river, up a lazy river with me. Up a lazy river by the old mill run, that lazy, lazy river in the noonday sun. Linger in the shade of a kind old tree. Throw away your troubles, dream a dream with me.
Up a lazy river,
Robin song awakes the bright new morning. We can loaf along, blue skies up above. Everyone's in love. Up a lazy river, how happy you can be. Up a lazy river with me.
and now the purple dusk of twilight's time steals across the meadows of my heart. High up in the sky, the little stars climb, always reminding me that we're apart. You've wandered down the lane and far away, leaving me a song
truly.
love.
Love is all I need, and you are the one that I've always dreamed of. True love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Love, 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 yes, it's love. Love, 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 that's right. Oh, love is for the way you look at me. Know we were meant to be. Love is for the only one I see. From here to eternity. He is very, very extraordinary. He is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give to you. I love everything you do. Love is more than just a game for two. I wanna get next to you. True and love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Yes, it's true. Love, love, love. Yes, it's love. Love, love, love. That's right. It's love.
Welcome to Palm Beach State College Spring 2014 Commencement Ceremony. Before we begin, I'd like to share some important information. Due to the volume of our large crowd, additional security is being provided by our faculty, staff, security in every area of the convention center. Should assistance be needed, please contact security personnel. Please turn off all cell phones and electronic devices at this time. Graduation is a special time for the students, their family, and friends. Today, your role is to give tribute to our graduates. The personal pride you have in each of your special graduate can be best expressed by your respect for each graduate. We encourage you to celebrate your graduates' accomplishments when their name is called, but quickly end the applause so the next graduate's name can be heard. During the presentation of the diplomas and until the end of the ceremony, please remain seated. Thank you for your support in observing the rules of this graduation, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. At this time, could everyone please stand for our processional? Thank you. Everyone be seated. At this time, I'd like to present the president of the college, Dr. Dennis Gallen.
Thank you, Mr. Mueller. Good afternoon. Come on, you can do it a little bit better. Good afternoon. Fantastic, fantastic. This is a great day for us here at Palm Beach State because we come to our place of work day in and day out, trying to do everything that we can to be sure that the students who register, attend classes at Palm Beach State, that at the end of the day, that they will complete the requirements for the program of study that they entered. And so this program represents that. And so that makes it a very exciting day for all of us here on the dais, and I'm sure that is a happy day for our graduates and their family and friends. And so it is my honor at this point to recognize the family and friends who supported our graduates throughout their academic careers. And I would like to acknowledge the diversity of this graduating class. You probably saw the flags brought in by some of our graduates. Those flags represent the countries that represented in this class. And as you can see, Palm Beach State has a very diverse population, and that is one of the things that makes it so rewarding to be working at this institution. All of the different language, the dialects, all of that really is somewhat like a fringe benefit. In case you're wondering, there are some 26 countries represented in this graduating class. And so without any further ado, I would like to, at this time, to invite to the dais, to the podium, Dr. Peter Barbados, who's the VP for Student Services, Enrollment Management, and he would say the invocation, and then we'll go with the remaining part of the introductory program. Peter.
If everyone would please stand. Standing before us today is the spring graduating class of 2014. These individuals are poised to become faithful ambassadors of Palm Beach State College. They fulfilled the vision of the District Board of Trustees. They satisfied the mission of the institution's administrators. They reflect the patient and insightful instruction of the faculty. They symbolize the quality of support provided by the college's dedicated staff. And they are monuments of the sacrificial support of family and friends whose steadfast encouragement kept their goals and objectives in focus. The graduating class of 2014 will no longer stand in lines at the campus bookstores. They will no longer join the race to find parking spaces on crowded campuses. Now, you know, if you left earlier, you could have gotten there on time, but that's another story. They will not have to negotiate enrollment in another closed class. They have submitted their final writing assignment, successfully solved their final algebraic problem, and completed their capstone experience. Let us celebrate the achievements, degrees, certificates, and honors our students earned today. May our gratitude on this day carry us forward to create a world marked by peace, justice, and compassion beyond measure. So let us hail the spring 2014 graduating class of Palm Beach State College.
You may be seated. Thank you, students. Let's give our troubadours one big round of applause for their participation and contribution. Thank you, professors, for working with these students to enhance their talents. And so, at this time, I would like to introduce a member of the District Board of Trustees. As you are aware, if you don't, I'd like to inform you that there are a lot of moving parts to causing Palm Beach State to be able to operate effectively and according to the laws and Florida statutes. And one of the moving parts are the members of the District Board of Trustees. These are individuals who are appointed to the board by the governor, and at this time it is my honor to present to you Ms. Carolyn Williams, who's currently serving as the chair of the District Board of Trustees, to give you remarks and introduce the other members of the board. Ms. Williams.
Thank you, Dr. Gallen. To Dr. Gallen, college provosts and deans, distinguished faculty, staff, families, guests, and graduates, good afternoon. I am especially pleased to be here today, and on behalf of the District Board of Trustees, I extend a warm welcome and a very good afternoon. As the governing and policy-making body of Palm Beach State College, the Board of Trustees work closely with Dr. Gallen and his administration. In our official capacity, we consider recommendations that come before us, approve policies and programs that reflect the mission, values, beliefs, ideals, and principles which characterize the academic life of Palm Beach State College. None of the actions required of us by law brings as much pleasure and reward as commencement celebrations, where the board, we witness the excitement and joy of Palm Beach State graduates, their loving and supportive families and friends. Allow me now to introduce the district board members who are present here today. I'd first like to introduce our student trustee, Ms. Kanisha Dale. Kanisha is an exceptional young lady and an exceptional student. She has served the student body well. Mr. William Berger. Mr. Dave Talley. Ms. Wendy Link could not be here with us today. Both of these gentlemen have been past chairs. Mr. John Dowd is currently our vice chair. I am very pleased to introduce you to a former trustee and board chair, Mr. Jim Watt. Graduates, collectively, your accomplishments represent one of Palm Beach State College's key roles: to train and prepare individuals to meet the local workforce demands. We are proud of your accomplishments, and we are optimistic about the opportunities that will come from you making this commitment to further your education. As you know, the world is ever-changing, industries are constantly changing, so you must be willing to update your skills to remain marketable in the workforce. As you enter a world of meteoric change, there will be many opportunities that some of your parents may say they never had. For many of you, it's hard to envision your parents' world, a pre-www.http://LOL world. You can't conceive surviving without the internet, smartphones, tablets, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the list goes on and on. Clearly, technology has changed the world drastically and will continue to play a significant role in how we live, work, and play. You have prepared yourself to meet the challenges ahead. The board would like to give a special congratulations to the first class of students to complete the Associate of Science degree in Ophthalmic Medical Technology. This program launched at Palm Beach State College in fall 2012. I have been told that all of our graduates in the program have secured jobs. So congratulations to all of you. This is the type of success we like to hear. Palm Beach State is committed to ensuring that not only will our graduates receive adequate training in their respective fields, but they will also secure jobs in the fields for which they invest time and money. Graduates, there is promising news as you prepare for your next step. An article in the Palm Beach Post just this past Saturday noted that the national unemployment rate fell to 6.3% in April, down from 6.7% the month before. Florida's unemployment rate for March also was 6.3%, and April's report will be out later this month. According to the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity, Labor Market Statistics Center, Florida has continued to gain jobs over the last 44 months. The economy is still rebounding. That's good news, and you can be assured that you have made a good investment in your education. Many of the areas for which you have received your training are in the statewide demand occupations list. As you move forward, continue to nurture your profession, your investment in education. In closing, the Board of Trustees share in the excitement you are feeling now that you have completed this phase of your educational journey. Music artist Pharrell Williams probably describes it best in his popular hit, Happy. Graduates, do you feel like a room without a roof? Are you happy? Then clap along. Go forth, be a shining star in your career, because the sky is your only limit. We wish you all the best and God's blessings.
Very good. Thank you, Ms. Williams, for those very inspiring remarks to our graduates. They're very timely, and I'm sure that they all appreciate them. Several years ago, we made a decision at the institution, and it was initiated by the District Board of Trustees, that we should have a student meeting with the board each month, and that person will represent the voices of the students. And we've been doing that now for quite some time. Don't know the exact years at hand, but at this time, I would like to invite to the podium Mr. Jim Watt. Jim served on the board, chairman of the board, and at this time, Mr. Watt will present the service award to the student who serves on the board to each year. And so at this time, it's my honor to invite to the podium Mr. Jim Watt. Jim, will you come forward, and will you welcome Mr. Watt, please, at this time? Good.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's always an honor to be able to come before you at this time to present this service award to the student trustee. But before I do that, I just want to share with you one thought that has been a guiding star to me in my life. And it's a quote from Bobby Kennedy. Bobby Kennedy was the brother of former President Jack Kennedy. And I never forgot it. I was your age in college when John Kennedy was president and his brother Bobby was the Attorney General. Bobby Kennedy said, "Some men see things as they are and ask why. I dream things that never were and ask why not." So I'm urging you as you now go forward into that next chapter in your life to never stop asking, why not? Okay, with that, Kenesha, if you'll come forward. It's my pleasure to present to you the 2014 Service Award for your service as the student trustee of Palm Beach State College. Congratulations.
Very good. Let's give Kenesha a round of applause for her service to the institution. And now it is my pleasure to have the opportunity to say just a few words to our graduates. And I would begin by saying to you, and I hope that you'll agree, that today is graduation day, and it is certainly a holiday that we will never forget and will always cherish. And I am happy to be here, graduates, to share this time with you. And so to the members of the District Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and administrators, community leaders, family members, and to the proud parents and grandparents who are here, who knew from the minute that they laid eyes on you that you had what it takes to get a college education. And I would also say to those brothers and sisters who here with you, I'm sure that they probably had some doubt as to whether you would make it to this point. But we're all here, and we welcome you here today. And so to the graduates, and we have them here for the associate science degrees as well as the baccalaureate degrees, it represents a lot of studies. Some of you studied very hard to get to this point, and I would say to you that you will be rewarded for doing so. And for those of you who took the more scenic route, I would say to you that there's still an opportunity for you as well. And so graduates, regardless of the route that you took to arrive at this place, for the moment we're here, and we're all here, and we know that you're very proud of your accomplishments. And I'm going to find out at this time just to what degree the family and friends, as well as the individual who's standing here and sitting on this stage, how much we appreciate you. And so I'm going to ask all of the graduates to remain seated. I'm going to ask all of the members of the audience to please stand, and let's see if we can make noise that would take the roof off this place. Will you stand, please? Very good. Very good. Very good. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Very good. Yes. Yes. Graduates, a few years ago, you set out on a challenge to complete your certificate or degree. And this ceremony represents the culmination of that journey of learning and discovery. And I hope that it will be a turning point in your lives. And you probably have concluded already that you will have many turning points in your lives, but graduation is different from those other turning points in many different respects. In graduation, you knew what it would take to get you here. You knew when you got here, and now you know what has happened. That will not always be the case, because you will have turning points in your lives when the significance is not so obvious. You will have turning point not realized until many years have passed. For example, you could very well have a hobby or some activity that you just enjoy doing, and that hobby, those activities just evolved into a very rewarding career for you. Maybe you have a mentor that would give you advice, and you took it, but the realization of the impact is not realized until many years later. But that's not the case with graduation. For years, you have been saying to your friends, your relatives, and anyone that you'd meet that, you know, I'm a student at Palm Beach State College. But in a minute, you will be asked to move your tassel from right to left, and in that instant, no longer a student, but you are a graduate of Palm Beach State College. So you won't have to worry about saying that I am a student. You just say, I'm a graduate. And I'm not sure about you, but to me, that has an incredible sound of music, and it's very rewarding, and I know that you're very proud. Graduates, you've learned so much about yourself during your enrollment at the college, and let me now share just a few words of optimism about your future, and then a few other words for you to consider during your next phases of your life. During this time of year, end of school year, for in education we go through cycles and terms, and we have that opportunity to gear up and gear down. But those activities provide us with an opportunity to know that our work is very noble. The work that we do in education is so noble. And I would like to just say that I know that we should be optimistic about your future. I have attended many events over the last 3 or 4 weeks, but there are 3 that stand out in my mind that I would like to just talk about just for a second, because I had the opportunity to meet all of you who are sitting here now, and I know that there is a lot of optimism for you, and this country should feel very proud that you prepared to enter the world of work or to move on to higher education. This country should be fortunate that you are a citizen of this great community of ours. The 3 events that I attended. Last week we held our annual athletic banquet to celebrate the successful season of our 5 intercollegiate sports teams on the field and the court. And those students, as a matter of fact, we have some now that are in the baseball statewide tournament. But all of those athletes who were there, they had something in common. They had an athletic skill, and that was what we were there to recognize. But I think we also were more proud of the fact that those athletes, very scholarly. As a matter of fact, 54 of those students were there and recognized as scholar athletes. One of those students, a young lady who played volleyball. She's graduating from this institution with a 4.0. And at this time, she has not made up her mind because the offers are continuing to come in. Those universities want this young lady to share her athletic skills as well as her academic talent to be developed at those institutions. And so I think that that is a testimony for our scholar athletes. This other event that I attended, the second, and I participated in the annual breakfast of the fifth annual Dr. Floyd F. Koch Honors College. Those young ladies and young men who were at that breakfast, you should have seen those individuals and the pleasure that was derived when they were recognized by Dr. Koch for his contribution to assuring that they had an opportunity to graduate from this institution. Those students were and are exceptionally gifted, and of course, Dr. Koch was very proud of his contribution to making their academic dream become a reality. The second event, the third event that I attended was, for my entire tenure, or pretty close to it, I have invited a randomly selected group of students to just come and have a private session with the president. And this time, I think that the crowd was larger than usual. We had about 30 students who were there. And those students are here in the audience now, and I think that you remember the conversation that we had. You were very, very apprehensive and about being there. You had not met, aside from the ophthalmic students. They were there, and they were sitting in a row right together. We could not separate them. But aside from those ophthalmic students, the other students, for the most part, had not met each other before. And those students, were just remarkable in the way that they had dialogue with each other and with me. You shared with me your aspirations for this institution, and you also said to me that this place is one that is really providing quality instruction to our community. And so what you did, in fact, then, is confirmed what other groups have said throughout when I had the opportunity to meet with them. And so I was proud to be able to have that opportunity. I think that those students really are going to make tremendous contribution to this community. I'm happy that you will now move forward and to do great things in this community. The other group of students who I met with over the years, they too have confirmed, what you shared with me. And so I'm also, as I met with that group, I just realized how impressed I was about the diversity of the professional aspiration of those students, which included, some of the most high-profile professions in this country. Considered law, engineering, and pre-med, and all of those were professions that I am convinced that you have the academic skill to pursue, and I'm also convinced that you're going to become professional contributors to those professions. Some of the students in that audience said that I would like to be a nurse. And all of us have an appreciation, I believe, for the work of nurses. You know, not to take anything away from the medical doctors, but nurses, in my opinion, contribute so much to the quality of health care in our community. Whether you provide that care at a hospital bedside or in some of the many other environments that you provide that caregiving, you are remarkable. And I say to you, nurses, and for those of you who you've signed up to do some very tough work, and for that, I say thank you. You are needed. It will not be easy work for you. You are going to make a difference, and you are fulfilling, and you will have a fulfilling life. And I think that that is what life is all about. And others in that group said that they wanted to be teachers. Those individuals not here at this point, I don't think, but just shared with you, I think that those individuals who say that they want to go into education, I think that you ought to be commended. And I'm always heartfelt when someone say that I want to teach, but when they say that I want to teach at Palm Beach State College, that really resonates with me, and I know that this institution is looking forward to having you go and get those credentials and then come back and to share your talents with the current students at this institution. For those of you who will teach, you will have an influence on humanity more than you ever imagined. Teachers have so much to do with who we are and what we are. You think about it, you ask any successful person you know who is, and to name a person that had an influence on your lives, it is most likely that a teacher will be included in that list. Parents perhaps first, and very close after that, it would be a teacher. So teachers and future teachers, you have some awful, difficult work to do, but it is needed as well. In addition to having that responsibility, though, of being role models and sharing and providing individuals with skill sets to replace us, you must also be an advocate for public education. And when you advocate on the surface, you may have some that says that you're self-serving, but I would say to you, not so much self-serving. You are advocating for what I think is a commodity that is so essential, indispensable for causing this country to be able to compete in the global marketplace. I would also say that it is our best national defense policy. And so graduates, regardless of the professional plans that you may have in your career, let me encourage you to also do a few other things. 3 of them. 1, give back to your community and to those less fortunate. In our democracy, we say that we make it possible for all to do anything that they want. And education is part of making that possible. But I think that that we can look around, we see individuals who have and many have not. And so I would say to you that you should lift your voice and your efforts to assist and support those individuals who are less fortunate. I think Norman Vincent Peale said it better than I could ever attempt to when he said, and I quote, "Our daily lives are hectic, but every now and then it is good to take a moment to walk in someone else's shoes." to lose a little bit of ourselves and immerse in someone else's story, close quote. I think that those words are so appealing and should be appealing to all of us. The second that I would ask that you do is to be sensitive to our environment. I think that you don't have to look far, you don't have to read. Regardless to how you get your news, you will see that this country and this world, the future is going to be very tumultuous, and someone has to step up and to protect and preserve all that is good in this land. And third, I would ask that you uphold and sustain our democracy. All of us have a responsibility to make our democracy work. And our country, or if our country is to get maximum benefit from its democracy, we must have an educated populace. We must have a populace that's civic literate and a population that is civically engaged. We cannot, graduates, let democracy become a spectator sport. We must get involved. And finally, I would say to you, never turn away from a challenge to make yourself and this world a better place. Again, congratulations. I wish you a life of success, a life of service, and a life of celebration. Thank you so very much. At this time, I would like to introduce the senior members of the staff and individuals who are on the dais. As I introduce them, I ask that you hold your applause until they all have been introduced. The first, Mr. Peter Barbados, who's the Vice President of Student Services and Enrollment Management. Mr. Richard Becker, Vice President of Administration and Business Services. Ms. Sharon Sass, Dr. Sharon Sass, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Dr. Holly Bennett, Provost of our Belgrade campus. Dr. Bernadette Russell, Provost of our Boca campus. Dr. Maria Vallejo, Provost of our Palm Beach Garden, you just was moved, Dr. Vallejo. We just had a organizational meeting this morning, and so really get everybody shook up. But Maria Vallejo, the Provost of our Lake Worth campus. Dr. Jean Wibby, Provost of our Palm Beach Gardens campus. Ms. Erin McCoskey, Executive Assistant to the President, College of Advancement and Communication. Mr. Kevin Fernanda, General Counsel. Mr. Anthony Parzali, who's the Chief Information Officer. Let's give those individuals a big round of applause. Very good. And now to that employee group that is so responsible for the individual who is sitting here today with their caps and gowns and having met the requirements for their certificates and their degrees. The faculty at this institution, faculty, will you stand, please? Let's just stand. Very good. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for all that you do for our students, for this institution, and this community. And now at this time, one of our distinguished students will deliver the graduating students' remarks. And introducing that speaker today will be none other than our Dean Penny McIsaac. Dean McIsaac, will you come forward, please?
Thank you, Dr. Gallen. Good afternoon and congratulations, graduates. So proud to see you today. It is with great pride and pleasure that I introduce our featured speaker today. Ms. Kenesha Dale is a full-time student of the Lake Worth campus in the baccalaureate program. She's a part-time employee and a very active student leader. She manages to balance these three roles through self-motivation, persistence, and very effective time management. Some of her major accomplishments include SGA Secretary, President of the Health and Fitness Club, 5-star member of Phi Theta Kappa, graduate of our Floyd F. Koch Honors College, platinum member of our Center for Student Leadership, and a proud member of the Sigma Beta Delta Honor Society. With all of these commitments and accomplishments, Ms. Dale has also managed to keep a 3.66 GPA while serving as your Board of Trustees student representative, a role that she did proudly and served you well, always considering the needs of the student body. I will end with a quote that truly represents Ms. Dale's commitment to leadership. My main goal in life is to create new leaders for tomorrow. And what better way to do so than to be an example in their lives? I am very proud to present Ms. Kenesha Dale to you tonight.
To the members of the District Board of Trustees, Dr. Gallen, distinguished faculty and staff, families, friends, and fellow graduates, good afternoon. Palm Beach State College, class of spring 2012. We did it. Can you believe it? It's been a long time. 2 years, 4 years, for some of you, 5 or maybe even 6. And now that journey is at an end. One door is closing, while another, perhaps more daunting door opens. The fear of uncertainty is one that we are all affected by, but if our education at Palm Beach State College has taught us anything, it's the tools to meet this uncertainty head on. As Frederick Douglass said, if there's no struggle, there's no progress. And I'm sure that we can all attest to the power of this statement. Whether it was struggling through classes, conflict with work and school, or simply the bipolarness of Florida, we all have experienced something that made this journey even more difficult. As a result of our various challenges we have faced, we have become stronger, more refined, and more intelligent versions of ourselves. Today, as we gather with family and friends to celebrate our success and to reminisce about our college experience, let us reflect on who we have become. 7 years ago, when I immigrated here from Jamaica, I had no idea I would end up at a college like Palm Beach State College. Furthermore, I never thought I would be a college graduate. I came here because I was pushed by my mom to attend school. She was a student here, as was my sister, and she wanted me to do better and to become successful in life and not have to go through struggles that she did. And I thank her for that. Thank you, Mommy. When I started Palm Beach State, I was just a regular student. I would go to class, back home, or if I had to wait on another class, I would wait in my car. Until one day I was asked by Daniel Torrance if I wanted to attend a Student Government Association event. Saying yes to this event has changed my life and have opened doors for me that I did not even know existed. And I went from a person that didn't want to spend a second on campus after classes ended to now, my friends and I joke around that we live on campus. Today, as we prepare to move towards the future, it is important that we hold fast to our support networks, those who have encouraged and grounded us through the years. Parents, families, friends, and mentors, I take this moment to thank you. We ask that you continue to support us as we embark on our future. First, I would personally like to thank some of the amazing faculty and staff here at Palm Beach State College that has changed my life. Moretta, where are you? You are the greatest boss and mentor anyone could have. It has surely been an amazing time working with you. You have guided me and lifted me up in so many ways you don't even know. I am thankful for all the training and knowledge that I gained in your office and all the fun and laughs that we had. I also want to thank everyone that believed in me and that helped me to become who I am, including Professor Chernikoff, Professor Sheldon, Ms. Shona, Jeannie, Miss Olivia, and yes, you too, Marcella, wherever you are. I want to thank Dr. Terry for having confidence in me and showing me that anything is possible if you put a little work in. I know many of my fellow graduates can agree that your class was very difficult, but they can also agree that you were always there to help if ever needed. Thank you, Professor L, for making me go up in front of the class and doing a presentation every week. Look what it did for me today. Now, I want to give you all a chance to shout out who you would like to thank today. Go ahead, shout it out. Good. Finally, I want to say that I humbly appreciate everything that has been bestowed upon my life here at Palm Beach State College, and I hope all you graduates feel the same. Remember, never give up on your dreams. Remember, in order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. Remember, if there's no struggle, there's no progress. And remember that the progress in our community or in our world can only happen when brilliant minds like us decide to become educated and be engaged. Thank you.
What about another one, please? Miss Dale, Miss Kenesha Dale. Kenesha, will you come back to the podium once more so that we can recognize you and share our appreciation for what you contributed to this institution as a student and as an employee, and more particularly here at this moment for what you have done on this program today. You really helped to make it a successful event. And so here we are, here at the plaque. It said Palm Beach State College, Kenesha Dale. Palm Beach State College presents this award to recognize your contribution as a speaker at the May 8th, 2014 commencement program. Congratulations. You wish you the best. Thank you so very much. Very good. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. And now, at this time, we will invite to the podium Mr. Ed Mueller. Ed, here we go.
Thank you. I'd like to now share some reminders about our ceremony. Please note the graduates will be announced in order that they walk across the stage rather than alphabetically. We have another special tradition at Palm Beach State College. We allow our staff to present diplomas to immediate family members. Today we have Isabel Carini presenting to her daughter Christina Karimi, and Sophia Monroe presenting to her daughter Lauren Monroe. As a courtesy to our students and those around you, we request that our guests remain seated and refrain from moving about to take pictures. We encourage you to celebrate your graduates' accomplishments when their name is called, but quickly end the applause so the next graduate's name can be heard. At the conclusion of our ceremony, the stage party and faculty will recess. Students will not recess and will be dismissed from their seats. Please remain in your places until the recessional has ended. Afterwards, you may greet the graduates. At this point in the ceremony, I present Dr. Sharon Sass, Vice President of Academic Affairs, and Dr. Gallen to the podium to present the graduating class of 2014.
Are you all ready to graduate? All right. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Applied Science degree and the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? There you go. All right.
Yes, indeed.
Mr. President, it's my pleasure to present to you the graduates of the Bachelor of Applied Science degree and the Bachelor of Science degree for spring 2014. They have met the requirements for these degrees.
It's amazing. I see some of them already holding on to their tassel. But anyway, let's hold on. Be quiet just for a second. As authorized by the Board of Trustees at Palm Beach State College and the state of Florida, I confer upon you the degrees of a Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Science, with all of the rights and privileges and honors appertaining thereto. Here we go. You may now move your tassel from right to left. And congratulations.
Congratulations. You may be seated. Will the candidates for the Associate in Applied Science degree and the Associate in Science degree please rise? Mr. President, it's my pleasure to present to you the graduates of the Associate in Applied Science degree and the Associate in Science degree for spring term 2014. They've met the requirements for these degrees.
Very good. As authorized by the Board of Trustees of Palm Beach State College and the state of Florida, I confer upon you the degrees of Associate in Applied Sciences, the Associate in Science, with all of the rights and privileges and honors appertaining thereto. You may now move your tassel from right to left. Very good. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You may be seated. Will the candidates for their certificates and diplomas please rise? All right. Mr. President, it's my pleasure to present to you the graduates of the Applied Technical Certificate, the Applied Technology Diploma, College Credit Certificate, and the Post-Secondary Adult Vocational Certificate programs for the spring 2014. They have met the requirements for these certificates and diplomas.
Very good. As authorized by the Board of Trustees of Palm Beach State College and the state of Florida, I confer upon you the certificate and diploma with all of the rights and privileges and honors appertaining thereto. You may now move your tassel from right to left. And congratulations. Congratulations. And now you may be seated.
Announcing graduates today will be Dr. Maria Vijeo, Dr. Anita Kaplan, and Professor Nazare Feliciano. As a reminder and a courtesy to all graduates, please remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony.
Okay.
Number 1. Kenesha Dale. Christopher Spielman. Clover and Jordan. Brittany Boise. Eric Herman. Casey Crozier. Christina Yusern Diaz. Charlotte Bynes. Kelsey Noel. Melissa Gorliss. Aye. Michael Gozier. Paula Bastidas. Erin Whitney. Samuel Belgard. Oops. Homer Green III. Barbara Ross. Carrie Ann Hull. Letitia Adams. Mikta Jenkins. Laura Celestin. Ladern Cadeas. Kiwan Watkins. Kimberly Randolph. Mirleen Millian. Ada Mohammed. David Cairo. Mark Cassidy. Lisa Scott Osnaroff. Salil Maharaj. Phaedra Pierce. Lisa Flower. Noreen Bishop. Marina Desidero. Like your tie. Sila Alson. Handale Whittingham. Felicia West. Michelle Jones. Devon Hearn. Harmony Smith. Colton Thomas. Gabrielle Guarino. Melissa DeBaby. Nicole Greer. Courtney Wilson. Brittany Stage. Woody Dale. Lisa Hasser. Benjamin Ramos. Brian Bradburn. Nicholas Barreto. Jennifer Astacondor. Destiny Marin. Macy Woodburn. Jennifer Tuck. Michelle Gozar. Marie Busereth. Sharon Webb. Hello. Robert Green. Hello. Nathan Gray. Miranda Robinson. Charles Young, Jr. Tanya Franklin. Chandra Herring. Francisco Macias Luna. Eric Young. Christina Smith. Christina Bedard. Lisa Ferroni. Monique Hines Booth. Kamika Marks. Josu Justima. Michael Sheely, Jr. Fatima Zora. Merlene Horace. Ida Gonzalez. Catherine Bocci. Serge Malebranche. Carolina Garcia. Sheena Clausen. Rudy Estimable. Brigitte Bach. Megan Berry. Karen Norris. Betty Garrett. Shauna Bentley. Sandrine Petit Frere. Natalie Armas. Susanna Salas. Quasi Jawad. Livia Aragon. Christina Karimi. Marcus Ali. Jules Blount. Valentina Bustos. Edgar Grant Cubero. Sophia Dide. Gigi Arslan. Manuela Silva. She made it. Michelle Kimberly Burt. Oh, it's her foot. Brianna Kaufman. Xianghong Liang. Divina Cano. Raquel Skippings. Spell it. Libomir Chinkov. Alicia Wazileska. Clarissa Martinez. Monica Sacoto Garcia. Maria Cacique. Yanet Guzman Rodriguez. Andrea Salcedo. Virginia Wilbon. Kenneth Bolar. Dinasheli Noel. Suliema Gali. Lombreca Kemp. Lombrica. Catherine Hernandez. Danielle Caza. Okay. Craig Morey. Amy Setlak. Susan Ferraro. Danielle Perry. Nancy Sloan. Ashley Jones. Natalie Friedman. Marie Magdalene Lafleur. Angela King. Olnik Bien-Aimé. Kerima Gorin-Goitia. Marie Exume. Marcy Georgie Solon. Marisa Cruz. Scott Iro. Renee Dunlap. Stacy Pavia. Sabrina Clark. Lavernus Nashid. Oops. Jutland Anastase. Yolanda Hernandez. Holly Rote. Kelly O'Donnell. Anne Verkunen. Christopher Dowist. Stefan Jean-Baptiste. Jonester Deloche. Anthony Gomez. Megan Barbione. Teresa Campbell. Michael Condas. Selomit Vargas. Araceli Roa. Yacint Walker. Opal Cameron. Ruth Pierre Laplante. Luciana Ameno. Diana Rosa Morales. Colleen Graham. Mabel Rodriguez. Shawnee Douglas. Mary Morera. Amanda Neal. Melissa Martin. Judy Barrett. Stephanie Cuss. Tamika Gibson. Jerry Nicholson. Karine Pierre. Delano Charles. Francesca Fiorentino. Jeremy Williams. Kristen Monteverde. Abu Janat. Nicole LeBlanc. Wendy Roge. Jody Johnson. Pamela Abruscati. Carolyn Knapp. Israel Gauzier. Tara Johnson. Dinesia Neal. Karen Tapia. Nancy Ortiz Borda.
Nola Brown. Priscilla Relu. Kayla Markovich. Kelly Schaefer. Erwin McRae. Rebecca Levy. Jill Michelle. Ashley Shisharo. Donald Marsh. Dana Gurba. Evelyn Hernandez. Makita Williams. Clifton Williams. Tarina Georges. Nancy McConnell. Fanta Dennis. Laura Simmons. Julian Thorpe. Claudia Batalla. Edwin Sotomayor. Smith Laurent. Silvia Cristina Noquiera. Luz Avendano Quintana. Jameleth Hoffman. Nyake Aruna. Ezekiel Coronado. Gwendolyn Tuiwis. Michelle Cox. Laura Bohofsky. Jamie Rodriguez. Michael Kennedy. Carla Garcia. Brittany Bell. Eileen Horan. Michelle Hoffman. Deanna Leathers. Monique Lopez. Shantigra Edwards. Verona Dunkley. Seguito Saint. Daryl Bajora. Danny Calzadilla. Joy Farrell. Vernisa Hansen. Ashavia Lewis. Tatiana Lopez. Kerry Bryant. Keisha Patel. Richard Stanfield. Ileana Abello. Hahisha Matea. Lauren Travis. Jennifer Valdez. Karen Swiegel. Elsa Edeto. Johanna Polycart. Melvina Hitchens. Galen Ognalan. Justin Fonis. Andrew Berman. Rachel Vickers. Edwin Carranza. Dan Bernard. Catherine Masella. Melissa Berthio. Larissa Mancebo. Tiago Rodriguez. Elizabeth Bernal. Andrea Bermudez. Rafael Vega. Lauren Monroe. Marie-Ange Anton. Griselda González Rivas. Lina Henao. Cheryl Riccardi. Jean Daguillard. Victoria Razo. Haley Artioga. Leslie Capuano. Veline Feneluz. Christopher Phillips. Heather Aldridge. Cynthia Ramirez. Porfirio Pedro. Evans Pierre. Blanca Sierra. Diana Gomez Tavares. Julia Vasquez. Karina Rodriguez. Jasmine Seda. Erica Powell. Christine de Jesus. Trevon Edwards. Maria Vizcano Sahagun. Anne-Marie Crisful. Cheyenne Souls. Daisy Kropp. Bruni Rivera. Alejandra Schwartz. Giovanni Duke. Christopher Short Hamika. Vanessa Lopez. David Neal. David Clark. Lawrence Ligor. Celeste Suarez. Samantha Kruger. Amber Ford. Andrew Perkins. Clarissa. I can't see. What is it? Philores Stacey's. That's a P. Santia Bertel. Ashley Buckhalter. Sydney Woods. Peter Orberg. Thomas DiBartolo. Quintavis Smith. Eddie Fonseca. Jason Durr. Jose Lopez. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations again, graduates. Congratulations again. You make us proud. You make us proud. Thank you so very much. And at this time, one more session to go, and that is to be inducted into the Alumni Association. Translation is, after making that pledge, you're making a commitment for how you spend that first $1 million, that you're going to make. It comes back to Palm Beach State College. No, you're not promising that. I don't want anyone reneging on me. But at this time, we'll ask the registrar, Mr. Ed Mueller, again, to come forward and induct our graduates into the Palm Beach State College Alumni Association. Ed?
Thank you, Dr. Gallen. As a proud graduate of Palm Beach State College myself, And I never expected to be up here as a journey in my life as part of the staff here, and especially as a registrar's graduation. So on your journey through life, we'd like you to be part of the alumni at Palm Beach State College. So at this time, if you can recite after me, please stand up. It's on the back of your program. As a graduate of Palm Beach State College, I commit to continuing to uphold the values of the college as I travel new pathways in my life journey. I pledge to think critically, act responsibly and ethically, respect others, and pursue opportunities for personal development and civic engagement. Welcome to the Palm Beach State alumni.
We remain standing. At this time, Dr. Barbados will give the benediction. Dr. Barbados.
Now go forth into the world as strong leaders, as inspired thinkers, as dedicated citizens and volunteers. Go forth and be successful Palm Beach State College graduate.